It's TBIC, the best in sports entertainment. We want to speak about this is the NBA product right now that we see. What we think we about like 20 something games into the season. The NBA product that we're seeing right now, for me, the NBA is garbage right now. The NBA, the play that we see right now with the players, it's like nobody's really. I mean, it just seems like that nobody's playing hard. Nobody's playing their best. Just the refs calling the fouls. It's just like it's terrible, man. You can't even play defense no more in the NBA. You can't even like it's just like it's crazy, man. I don't. For me, I don't really think that the NBA product right now is where it needs to be. I think that it's like it just don't work for me right now, man. I mean, I don't really have too much to say about the NBA. Anything good to say about it. I don't have nothing good to say. I had a few words I was thinking about a few minutes ago, but kind of slipped my mind. But for me right now, I had nothing good to say about the NBA. How about you?
Well, I say the current state of the NBA, like you said, is you can even hear from former players' perspective. Everybody sees, especially us the fans, we see the lack of effort. We understand lack of effort. I was watching an NBA game. I'm not even gonna because it's more so typical with a lot of NBA games. You can watch NBA games. It could be a close game. It could be somewhere in kind of like a back and forth game. I was watching the game. It's fourth quarter. It's probably like 10 minutes left in the game. These dudes literally shot 10 threes in a row, like back-to-back possession, both teams. Missed three, missed three, missed three, missed three, missed three. Then finally somebody actually went for a layup to basically like to get the lead for the team. And it's like basically like you said, it's a lot of lackluster effort. And the fans can see it, and the fans can feel it, let alone, like you said, players sitting out games on purpose. It's like we from a different era as far as like fan perspective, as a lot of us are, as far as like we've seen the likes of AI that basically like took pride in like even a person like Shaq. Shaq went through a lot of injuries and stuff on the low that people didn't know about, but he still played. Kobe, same thing. A lot of basically like players from like the early 2000s, more so like late 90s, early 2000s. A lot of those players still came from the cloth of I had pride in playing 82 games. That was more so the difference between like the players of the Michael Jordan era. All those dudes took pride in playing 82 games. If you didn't play 82 games, people looked at you like, well, then like who like you're not that serious as far as like your spirit as far as playing basketball. Another issue I hear a lot of people say in reference to the lack of effort, they say more so is watered down from more so AAU and stuff like that. It's like a lot of these kids is getting trained up, but they don't have that dog in them from basically like playing in the schoolyard. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's a lot of things that happen. How you feel about that as far as like a lot of players just getting a whole lot of training? And it's like saying this now, they're saying basketball might be turned into like a upper middle class sport, like kind of like a hockey type of situation.
Well, just to speak in general about the current NBA, the players AAU is terrible as far as in the USA. Mm-hmm. AAU is terrible. A lot of these kids are relying on athletic ability, but the fundamentals. You look at the European players are way more fundamentally sound than the players over here. We have the athletic ability, but as we know, athletic ability doesn't always win you championships. Even though Michael Jordan was gifted athletic, he had the athletic ability like no other. He didn't win until he got the fadeaway shot, the fundamentals, the dribbling, so forth and so on. These players now focus more on athletic ability than they focus on the skill of bouncing the basketball, the skill of setting up a shot, having go-to moves, have moves, all moves that counter moves on to make themselves, or even having a patented move to make themselves unguardable. But now it's just like everybody's relying on athletic ability. The NBA just is right now is not where it needs to be, and it doesn't really get really good until maybe the playoffs. I say it might get a little bit better, but just look at the games, all these high scoring games, because of the tic tac fouls and so forth and so on. To me, NBA needs to a lot of players to play a little more, and people need to get more in tune and to just try to be the best out there and not just relying on dunking ability and so forth and so on. The NBA is trash to me right now.
Cause I feel like you said, as far as the efficiency standpoint, like I feel as though like with the new generation kids really don't understand when they compare like certain players, like compare like LeBron scoring or somebody else type of scoring compared to like people back in the day. They might look at the players of back in the day more so lackluster. They don't have like a certain skill set. But if a guy, the whole thing was with Michael Jordan, what made Michael Jordan like so different is like he understand like basic. He had to understand he had to keep it basic. Like you said, he had to learn to keep it basic. It's like, okay, I can't dunk on everybody every time. I can't keep on running and running and running. At some point in time, like he's gonna get older, like every other player. You're gonna get older, so next thing you know, I gotta mature my game. And maturing your game is, okay, let me do less but achieve more. Such as like, say for instance, like people like, I like James Harden too, but James Harden, his main thing is like he's gonna hold the ball, he's gonna dribble about 1,001 times. He may score, like even the times he was averaging 30 and 10 when he won the scoring title like a couple years in a row. He was dribbling the ball a whole lot, basically like hogging the ball basically. But he's still scoring, but he's still getting his 10 assists. But to me personally, that still wasn't efficient. That's not efficient scoring. That means you're just getting your shots up and you're just taking shots because you have the ball the majority of the time. It's not like such like a Michael Jordan learned to, okay, let me get on the block. Let me get this dude a turnaround mid-range shot. Let me give him a one bounce pull up. Let me get a 2 bounce pull up. Like for a person that really like studies this game, you know, like a two bounce pull up to a spot that you're trying to get to, that's actually difficult to do. Everybody cannot do that, especially like I said, a 1 bounce pull up, 2 bounce pull up, left, right shoulder fade, left shoulder fade. Everybody can't do that. Only certain players that people actually respect, such as like I called like the guys out like the Phoenix Suns. I called them the 3 Buckitos. You know what I'm saying? With Brandon, Bill, Durant, and Booker, they show you like the essence of the game. They're not gonna give you a bunch of moves if they really trying to give you a bucket or 2. They're gonna give you 1, 2. They'll give you 3. They basically playing 3 bounce out there. So it means they go do a max of 3 bounces before they try to score on you. Other than that, they go swing the ball to somebody else that may have a favorable matchup. But besides that, it's like that's the type of play that more so like the elders, the people that watch the game, that's what they're trying to see. And that's why I say that's why I say that we mix our perspectives with like compared with like the younger guys that watch the game compared to how we watch the game. We were looking for the efficiency. The young boys was just looking for the highlights. They just want to see somebody out there dribble 1,000 times, like you said, try to dunk on everything, shoot every 3. But we all know that's not basketball.
That's why we have so many busts in the NBA and on duty. That's why we have so many players that come out of high school, college, G League. Not very many of these players even pan out to be anything good. But man, it is what it is. NBA right now for me is garbage. It's TBISC, the best in sports entertainment.
If you need around-the-clock care, call Medicare LLC. We are concerned about your care. We are concerned about the care for your loved one. Please allow us to help. I look forward to hearing from you. Call us today.